Hundreds of protesters in Russia warn of the dangers posed by socialist ideas to the world as that country marks a series of national holidays. One America's Kristian Rouz has more.
Russia enters a week of highly politicized celebrations as the nation marks its Unity Day while bracing for the 102nd anniversary of its socialist revolution. Russian nationalists staged an anti-government protest in Moscow Monday, demanding better economic conditions, a release of political prisoners, and an end to mass migration. Their anti-establishment stance echoes the sentiments of rising right-wing groups across Europe, including the Brexit Party in the UK, Alternative for Germany, and many others.
This regime is creating a genocide of Russian people. In the past 20 years, Russia has lost so many people. That many weren't lost in a single war for the entire century.
Far-left groups also took part in the anti-establishment rallies ahead of their own holiday on November the 7th. This lingering polarization of public opinion and mistrust of the government paints a very different picture of modern Russia than the one portrayed in mainstream media in the US and beyond. Left-wing media have hailed Vladimir Putin as an evil genius, supported by all Russians without exception, but the reality reveals a deeply troubled nation, divided over its past and uncertain about its future.
I'm fed up with this government. I'm fed up with these morons. I have children. I have grandchildren, like everyone here does, and we all want stability.
Some say the rising popularity of left-wing ideas worldwide, including in the US, is something that Russia experienced 100 years ago. In the early 20th century, the Russian Empire was a rapidly growing industrial economy, leading the world in technology and popular culture. But the rising income inequality, socialist ideas and failures in foreign policy resulted in a socialist takeover in 1917. And present-day US appears to find itself in a very similar situation today.
Is a battle cry against communism, against socialism, and against cultural Marxism that's been corrupting and destroying our country. It's been burrowing its way in to the fabric of this country like a tick.
Over the past century, the socialist regime killed up to 20 million Russians in Gulag labor camps, forced another 10 million out of the country, and sacrificed 30 million to mismanagement in the Second World War. In just a few decades, Russia lost half of its population, estimated at 120 million in the year 1913, and which stands at just 140 million today. Some say socialism brings division, violence and the threat of a civil war, which all still show a century later, not just in Russia, but far beyond.
Those that make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. Speech makes peaceful revolution possible. We demand the right to speak.
In this light, the rise of the far-left squad, Antifa, and growing support for socialism among younger Americans may suggest the gruesome ideas and practices of Joseph Stalin could make a comeback. Meanwhile, Russian-American relations remain near an all-time low, and it remains unclear if the sides would listen to each other. Kristian Rouz, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.